Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. I'm your brother, Rabbi Knapp, coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, set apart to the Lord's elect. And I made the video, but I really couldn't get too much into what I was trying to say in the video. Spirit had me take the whole video a whole nother way. I posted it anyways, but it was basically going into the duck, man. The duck is about to. He said he making a war against the migrants. As a matter of fact, let me look at the news real quick. He said he's making a war against the migrants. He's coming against those Somalians in Minnesota. I've been to Minnesota before. There's this big ass. They live like in project buildings. The whole project's full of Somalians, man. Duck trying to get rid of them, man. Now they're Americans. You can't get rid of people who are American, Duck, right? You see how it starts to get gray when it starts to come, when it starts, when you start looking into these things, because these people were born here. But let me grab and see what's in the news real quick before I start. Trying to get rid of the Somali Americans, man. Leave them damn Somalis alone, man. They all right, man. They all right people. Every time they can talk shit about anybody, and Esau they'll be the whole X feed and start coming out. Esau's like a fucking dog. Yeah, the Somalis. You weren't saying this before Duck said anything. Now that he said something, now you got something to say about it. And that's what's wrong with these people, man. Fucking stupid. Anyways, let's see what's in the news. It says Trump says Venezuela airspace to be shut in its entirety as tensions rise. Okay, so instead of him shooting boats down, he probably gonna start shooting planes. Anything in the sky, he gonna shoot it down. Where things stand with the National Guard shooting in D.C. I think I was trying to get into U.S. halts all asylum decisions, pauses visas for Afghan nationals. But it also said that he had a whole list of countries. Cuba was on the list, Haiti was on the list, Venezuela, of course, Sierra Leone. Parts of the world where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He got a bunch of heathen nations too, but Israel's scattered in all nations. But we're gonna see how this affects you. It says it's Afghanistan. Let's just read that a little bit. It says it's Afghanistan, but we know this nigga's the devil. We know he's the devil. It says the United States on Friday halted all decisions relating to asylum, claims that and paused visa issuances for Afghan nationals a day after President Donald Duck posted an anti-immigration screed in which he vowed to permanently pause migration from nations he described as third world countries, okay? Poor countries, man. This place is about to be a third world country. Because when you look at a third world country, what do they drive? They use scooters and shit like that. That's starting to be more common here in the cities, man. People being on scooters and shit. Okay? It's gonna get ugly out here. The same shit that you see in these third world countries, that's what's gonna happen here, man. This place is a third world country, man. Well, it's not fully yet, but it will be when the Lord starts bringing these judgments to pass. As a matter of fact, let's get some precepts. Jeremiah chapter, let's start here. Jeremiah chapter 8. Jeremiah chapter 8. And let's go down. Jeremiah 8. I'll start at 19. Jeremiah 8, verse 19. actually, hold on. You know what? Start 8 and 11. Jeremiah 8 and 11. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. And that's what people say, man. Peace, peace, when there is no peace. He talking about he gonna bring peace. We're gonna see if there's gonna be peace. It sounds like you make it. Now you just said in the same tongue you're saying you want to make peace, but now you make a war against these migrants. Okay? So there is no peace, man. And it damn sure ain't no peace for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. It ain't no peace for you. It's the book of Jeremiah 8 and 12. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed. Neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation they shall be cast down, saith the Lord. Now this is talking about Israel who don't want to repent. So now you're going to fall. Okay, and that door is getting closer and closer to the point where you can't repent anymore. Okay, every day we get closer, and the day closer and closer to this destruction that we're talking about, man. He's supposedly coming against you Somali Americans. Watch what he does to them. Same thing he's doing to these heathen, he's going to do to you. He's going to ship, oh, you were born here, but oh, your parents are, since he started, he's been trying to take away your rights, man. So he can deport you into countries that are war-torn. Why? So you could die over there. He sent you Haitians back over there. He got drone strikes over there for y'all, man. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to be destroyed. He don't care if you were born here. He hates you. Jeremiah 8, verse 13. I will surely consume them, saith the Lord. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them. So the economy is going to be destroyed. All right? An economy, you can see that your economy is starting to be destroyed. That's what the Lord does when he's about to tear down the nation. That's how he screws it up. Hello, how are you? I'm doing just fine. Okay? How are you? How are you? So book of Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 14. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves and let us enter into the defense cities and let us be silent there. For the Lord our God hath put us to silence and given us water of gall to drink because we have sinned against the Lord. And at this time, the prophets were out Jeremiah was trying to tell them that, pretty much that these Babylonians were going to come and destroy this place, man. Nobody wanted to hear them. They wanted to hear peace, peace, man. All this peace talk. You're going to see that there is no peace, man. You're going to see it. It never even passed your mind that this economy is going to crash. That your food and your water is going to be destroyed. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 15. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of health, and behold trouble. And you're looking for peace right now. And all you're seeing is trouble. You look over here, your SNAP benefits, oh, he gave you back, but then, oh, no, your insurance premium's going up. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to give you $2,000. Oh, but we're going to get rid of your visa. We're going to get rid of your asylum seeker, your family, they got to stay over there. Now, somebody got shot. Hey, I know we hired him, we worked with him in Afghanistan, and he shot you here. But, we gotta look into these things all over. That's Esau for you. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 16. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. The whole land trembled at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones. For they are come and have devoured the land, and all that is in it, the city and those that dwell therein. So the attacking army is coming to destroy Jerusalem. Okay, Dan is in the southern kingdom. That's Dan and Bethel. That's when Jeroboam set up those two calves. Okay, but they wanted to come in and destroy you Judites. During this time, the southern kingdom was already taken down. All right. Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 17, for behold, I will send serpents, cockatrices among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith the Lord. So he's going to be sending these different cockatrices, I believe that's a snake. Serpents and snakes. That's what he did to us in the wilderness. You had to look on the pole and believe in order to be healed. That's sort of like what you have to do in the time of judgment. Right? During Jacob's trouble time, man, you gotta trust it. You gotta believe in something. You gotta believe in someone or someone. You gotta believe in something. You gotta believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Jeremiah 8 verse 18, when I would comfort myself against sorrow, my heart is faint in me. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in a far country. Is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and with their strange vanity? Why did he provoke the Lord to anger with their idolatry ultimately? And their strange vanities. Strange vanity, man, like chasing the bag, that's vanity. Trying to be something in this world, it's all vanity. Why you ain't giving the Lord his due praise? But you forgot how you even came about, how you even able to breathe, eat all these times, all the things the Lord has done for the nation of Israel, first and foremost. And now you provoke him to anger by worshiping these other gods and being aligned with this world. It tells you in the book of James, chapter 4, he that is a friend of this world, let me grab it. People are friends of this world, man. You love this world. And that's why this world's going to destroy you. James chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, you adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. So you an enemy, man. You're a friend of this world. And the world is pretty much adverse to the Heavenly Father and His Son. It's the book of John, chapter 17, and verse number 14. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So Yahushua is not of the world. And we got the word too, so we're not of this world. If you got this word, it's because you're not of this world, man. And that's who this word's given to. I have given them thy word. Okay? And this is ultimately talking about the elect of Israel. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. And that's right, the summer is past, the harvest is ended, and we are not saved. Okay? And we're coming to that point where harvest is pretty much at the end of the harvest. You know, there's a time when you sow, and then you reap what you sowed. Okay? He still got his laborers out here, so the harvest ain't really over yet, but it's getting to that point. But when the summer is past, meaning the harvest's over, and you're not saved, meaning you ain't get this word up in you, you're going to be confounded in that time. Okay? And that's what's going on with the nation of Israel. They getting deported, they getting chased down, and they don't even understand why. You were brought here to serve captivity, and if you weren't brought here for that, you were here to learn this word. But a lot of y'all rejected it. Jeremiah 8 verse 21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, in my hurt I am black. Astonishment have taken hold on me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered? That's right, because they don't want to receive the treatment. They don't want to receive the word. So that's why you're not healed. That's why you're not comforted in this time. That's why your ass is about to get deported. And he's making war against you. All right? Esau's making war against you Israelites out there. He like you not knowing who you are. It makes it easier for him. That's people that know who they are. It's harder to point this damn devil out. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9. Verse 13, this wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of a wise man are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good. So long story short, just like now, we're telling you that poor wise man had the truth, man, telling you that what was going to come to pass. But nobody remembered him. Nobody remembered him, so guess what? You're going to be destroyed because you didn't remember what he told you to do. He told you to repent, seek the Lord 10 times more that he may be found. You should have seeked him early. But now you can't find him. You can't find him, man. Fishy Dippies and John Lonnie. Fishy Dippies and John Lonnie's online, man. There's going to be a time, man, you're not going to be able to find them over there. Jump over here to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 21 and verse 22, a wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Look that up. I haven't looked that up. Proverbs 21, verse 22. Because when you scale a city, Proverbs 21, verse 22, meaning. Proverbs. Let's see what it says. It says, spiritually, the city of the mighty represents the world's power system, strongholds of wickedness, men who trust in their own strength. System, empires, governments, militaries, philosophies. It says the wise man is the one whom the Lord gives wisdom to. The prophets, the men of the Lord, guided by the Spirit. The wise man scaling a city means he invades their strongholds through the word. He gets above spiritually what seems impenetrable. He can bring down that carnal men cannot touch. Casted down the strength of the confidence thereof. Their strength is what they trust in. Their armies, money, lies, false doctrines, their idols, their pride. The wise man, through the word of the Lord, destroys their confidence by exposing the truth. Yeah, you got faith in this world. You got faith in money, this, that, and the third. The things that you're trusting in, man. You know, this truth destroys all of that, man. And y'all gonna be relying on those things, and that's not what's gonna sustain you. You grab this in the book of Jeremiah 51 and verse number 9. And that's going back to that poor. As a matter of fact, let's go to Ecclesiastes 13. I haven't grabbed this in a while. Ecclesiastes 13, I think 13 and 23. It says, what is it? Or is it 23 and 13? Maybe I got it backwards. I'm starting to put my fingers out. 23. Ecclesiastes 23. Where's that precept at, man? When a rich man speaketh, Ecclesiastes 13 and 23, I just read it. Oh, okay, I was looking in the wrong. Yeah, I was looking in 14. Ecclesiastes 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So when the poor man speaks, they say, what fellow is this? Like, who the hell are you? But every time I think of this precept, I think of Elon Musk. And he just did a podcast with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was asking him questions of what the future looks like and how people are gonna be working and stuff. He said that most of the jobs they're gonna have are like checking emails and jobs like that. He said most of the jobs everything's gonna be automated. He said it's gonna make the world. I forgot how he put it, but basically, you'll sit there and listen to this fucking idiot all the day long, and that's not what the world's gonna be like. The world's gonna be like your kingdom's gonna be destroyed. Your ass is going into slavery. So all this vanity that he's talking is just full of shit. You know, but you'll listen to him. Is what that precept is saying. You know, you listen to Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going into slavery. All right. You don't know it yet. It's gonna manifest itself when it's time to in the appointed time. His ass is going into slavery. All that wickedness that he's doing. He's a damn demon. A couple of years ago, maybe about a year ago, he said he was gonna unleash the Legion. As a matter of fact, in that same podcast, he talked about how in order to get out of debt, he would have to get super draconian, he said. Okay? And I posted the video on my feed. He said it out of his own mouth. It needs to be super draconian. Matching up with Revelation 13. So, he knows something, or the spirit knows something. The demon that's in him knows something, because the choice of words, using words like legion, using words like super draconian, you know, and then he also said, they talked about universal basic income, and he said universal basic high income. He said you're going to have a lot of money. So people are going to be happy to see this, man, and that's why somebody like William Donnie is the governor of New York, or the mayor of New York. He just went to the White House. He was shaking hands with your president. I thought your president don't like socialistic views and things like that, but clearly he does. He was shaking hands with him, saying, yeah, we're going to work together. We're going to make New York great. You know, he was saying things like that. So he's all for that socialism bullshit, man. So a lot of these Republicans that you see, when they get their head out their asses, they're going to start loading up their guns and they're going to start fighting. Hence, going back to Isaiah, the 19th chapter. Revelation chapter 13. Revelation 13 in verse number 10. Actually, no. Revelation 13 in verse number... where am I going with that? Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and verse number 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. You look at that word dragon, it goes to draconian laws. Or Draco when you look it up in the Greek. It's going back to draconian laws, man. So this devil is going to show you his teeth through his laws. Okay, he's gonna make it draconian in this area, man, in America, man. If you don't know what draconian is, they're gonna be doing shit to people that it's just it don't even make sense, man. They're gonna be putting people to death, and it's gonna be justified. You know, if they kill you, they ain't gonna be held accountable for it. That's what draconian laws are. Going back to Athens, Greece, when all hell was taken loose, they were just indiscriminately putting people to death, man, and that's what the draconian law. When you look it up, they're gonna tell you, oh, this code is hidden and nobody knows what it's about. But we know what it's about because we got it in the scriptures. We understand Jacob's trouble, a time that this world has never seen before. Like it tells you in Daniel, the 12th chapter, and a couple of other places. First Maccabees, chapter, I think it's 10. It might be second Maccabees 10. Second Maccabees. So that Roman Empire was, it was brought back. Senate House. So the Romans, they had the same type of infrastructure, had the same type of government system. He wasn't able to do what he can do today. He couldn't establish the MOTB in that time. So what you're reading about in Revelation 13 chapter, that wasn't for that time. The MOTB is for now. Even though it's talking about Rome, it's also talking about here in America. This is Rome 2.0. This is the second leg or the second foot of Nebuchadnezzar's dream that he had, that we're living in this time. Let me grab this in, I think it's second Maccabees. Or it could be first. Revelation. Maccabees chapter 8, in verse 15, moreover, how they made for themselves a Senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. And if you see that today, they got a Senate house, they sit in that damn room, trying to come up. They just had a government shutdown for going on 2 months, breaking a record. But that's how they handle business, just like they did then. This is talking about Rome. And that they committed their government to one man every year who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. And that's talking about a president. Just like here. Right? First Maccabees 8:1. Now Judas had heard of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. So you want to make a league of amity with Esau, right? You think, just like Rome, man, you think it's a good ally during that time, because we were going through some shit during that time. You think your best chance is to be in league with Esau, but that's going to get you destroyed. It's going to get you destroyed because he's going to be destroyed. Okay? So you don't want to be holding hands with him in these last days, man. You got to separate yourself. Okay? It says, Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 25. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That's right. It seems right. It seems right to go in the way of Esau, but it's going to lead to your death. It's not according to because he's adverse to the law, statutes, and commandments. It's the book of Jeremiah 51, verse 9. I started 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Take balm for her pain, man. You know, he's gonna try to stimulate the economy with his $2,000 rebate checks, stimulus checks, and it's not gonna do anything. The premium's gonna be too high. Your $2,000, you're probably gonna spend it on stupid shit, clothes, and then you're gonna be screwed, man. Now you need a GLP-1 in order to make sure your health premium don't skyrocket. You know? Once you start using that shit, you can never stop. You got to use that to the end of your life, man. So you're still gonna be destroyed, man. Whatever that shit is, it's not good for you, man. He don't do anything good for anybody. Job called him a physician of no value. You want to lose weight? Go on a fast. Stop eating his phosphated meats. On a Daniel fast, man. Eat some damn vegetables out there, man. Okay? Eat some vegetables. Eat healthier. That'd be your best bet. Okay? Your best bet is to eat healthier. Jeremiah 51 verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So her sins are reached up to the sky. So the Lord, there's a certain measurement each nation has before he starts to bring forth his judgment, his indignation. So what he's going to do is he's going to judge his ass. Okay, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So let us go, everyone, to his own country. Going into a reverse migration. The more and more this place starts to be afflicted, the more and more people are going to want to leave and go to their own country. And he's going to make it an environment like that people are not going to want to be here anymore. And we're getting into that time. Jeremiah chapter 50. Jeremiah 50, verse 16. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. That's right. For the oppressing sword. Esau's that oppressing sword, so they gonna want to leave and go to their own country. Okay. You don't want to leave and go to your own country because of the oppressing sword. Okay. Esau is being more oppressive, and you know, he's saying you can self-deport. Self-deport. You can just go get a free ticket and go back to wherever the hell you from, man. Some people might just take his offer. A lot of people don't want to take his offer because jobs you came here to look for some type of job, some type of opportunities. Those opportunities are being taken away. There ain't gonna be no more opportunity. There ain't gonna be no jobs to Egypt. So there ain't no reason for you immigrants to come here anymore. Okay, and you're not gonna want to be here because he's gonna be oppressing the living shit out of you. That's the time we're getting into. Jeremiah 51, verse, I'll start at 27. It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Ooh, my hand is freezing. I should have just ran down. Look it up. I should have just never read it down. Jeremiah 50. Verse 21, it says, go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. That's not what I'm looking for, man. I think it says, Jeremiah 46. Jeremiah 46. Jeremiah 46, verse 16. It says, he made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another, and they said, arise and let us go again to our own people and to the land of our nativity from the oppressing sword. That's right. Let's go home, man. Get away from this damn Edomite, from the oppressing sword. Okay, and we're starting to see that within the nation of Israel. He just stopped the visas of the Haitian immigrants, so they're about to go through it too. So that's Judah and Ephraim. Okay. Where that? That's Judah and Ephraim. And this wind is killing me, man. Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50, verse 33, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And so Israel was oppressed together. Okay, that's the northern and the southern kingdom. Where were they oppressed together? In ancient Egypt and modern Egypt. Jeremiah 46 and verse 21, also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand because the day of their calamity was come upon them in the time of their visitation. Yeah, they're like fatted bullocks. You were comfortable here, man. You were comfortable. You didn't think this was going to happen to you. A lot of you know, before all of this shit happened to where we at today, you voted for this nigga, man. You voted for him. When we brought up Deuteronomy, what is that, Deuteronomy 17? You're not supposed to vote for a stranger, man. Another heathen to rule over you. You're a damn slave. You were dancing and shit. Now look at you. And that's what your ass get. You think we forgot? That's what your ass get. You singing and dancing, clapping your fingers and your hands together. Where's the song? Where the music now? Where the viol's at now? Keep singing that song you was singing. When ICE start kicking down your door, it's separating you from your family. You stupid idiots. Dumbasses. Fatted bullocks. It says, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. Fled away together. Now this in context is talking about the Egyptians about to be destroyed by the Babylonians. You know, you had hired servants, you had allies that you thought you could pay so they could defend you against the Babylonian invasion. But it didn't work. It didn't work, man. That's what Esau thinks. He thinks, I'm gonna give money to Ukraine. Put money over here and over there. It's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay. Isaiah. It's cold, man. Isaiah 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. So everyone gonna flee into their own land. It's gonna be as the chase road that no man taketh up. Okay? So pretty much you're gonna be like roadkill, man. Okay, that no man take it up. You see a dead animal on the street, you ain't gonna pick that shit up. So you're gonna wanna flee. The times that we're coming into, you're not gonna wanna be American anymore. You're not gonna wanna it's like when you get out of school, you wanna give up you can have your damn stupid ass degrees now. You know, once you realize that degree bullshit is nothing, you get out of school, you're like, you can have your degree. Well, that's what the same with this green card shit, man. You're like, nah, fuck this. I'm getting the hell up out of here, man. Maybe your people will have more mercy on you. Esau don't give a fuck about you. He don't care if you think you were born here. There was a whole native people that were born here. You think he gave a fuck about them? No. He don't give a fuck about them, man. Let's flee to our own country. And that's what we're starting to see. We're starting to see reverse migration. It's the book of Isaiah 47, verse 15. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee. Yeah, everyone shall wander to his quarter, none shall save thee. You're going to go to where you originally from. Let's look that up. Isaiah 47, verse 15. Let's go into that. Isaiah 47, verse 15, meaning. all the nations, its allies, merchants, and trading partners will abandon her when her destruction comes. I'm talking about Babylon. These are the nations, corporations, allies, and foreign partners that Babylon has worked with for centuries. They benefited from her dominance, her military, her economy, her influence. They will not stand with you in the day of your downfall. Yeah, they're not going to stand with you, man. It's already starting to fall with these different laws that are being passed, man. Okay? This whole place is based on slave labor and migrants, cheap labor and shit like that. And he wants to get rid of that. Okay, so the economy's crashing. People are going to starting to want to leave. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's not going to get any better for this place. Yeah. And no one's going to stand. No one's going to stand with the oppressor. As a matter of fact, let's go over here to Isaiah 14 real quick. Isaiah chapter 14. Verse number 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Yeah, none hindereth. You're persecuted, and nobody's going to stop the persecution, man. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, so they don't sing when you fall. Esau eat. We gonna sing. Let's grab us in the book of Matthew 25. Matthew chapter 25, verse 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. That's right. Then the door was shut, man. What comes after that? Thermonuclear destruction. Okay? That's your end, Esau. That's your kingdom. That's your people. That's your pride. Burned up. Matthew 25, verse 11. After came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Yeah, I don't know you. Get the hell off my door, man. Get off my property. I ain't gonna say that, but that's kind of what it makes me think of. When we asked Esau if we could pass through his land, he wanted to come up against the sword, man. Come up against us with the sword. No, you're not, man. And that's a lot of the believers that think they believe but really don't. Matthew 25, verse 12, but he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Right? You don't know the day or the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Matthew 24, verse 42, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. You gotta watch. You watch to measure the times diligently, do the prophecies, do the you gotta watch, man. You gotta watch. You gotta see. You gotta see with your own eyes, man. It's the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. By night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. That's Yahweh Shah. We were looking for him. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. That's right. Go out and look for him. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? Yeah, we know. It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me. And we go to the chambers. Into the chamber. Isaiah 26 verse 20, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So we need to come my people. Come my people. Into the chambers. Revelation chapter 21:1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Exactly. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. But that's after the fact. That's after the fact. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God. Exactly, so it's the wrath of God, okay, which is going to be the destruction, the plagues, the famine, okay? That's coming to this place. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. So then we can go to Revelation, the 21st chapter. And then that's New Jerusalem coming out as an adorned bride. Right? Coming out of the chambers, man. And what do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to go fight the Russians? God's going to already be destroyed during that time. Okay? God's going to be destroyed. Revelation 21:10, and he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the heavenly Father, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Right? Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Right? The children of Esau, not the children of Moab and Ammon, and all of that. That's what I'm talking about. Right? This ain't for them. Revelation chapter 14. And verse number 7, saying with a loud voice, fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. And then followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You ain't got the name, man. But you're going to get a name. You're going to get the name of this damn demon, Esau. Okay? And you're going to be destroyed in watch you be destroyed. Let's grab this Psalms. Psalms chapter 91 verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. That's right, only with your eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. That's their lot. Okay? That's what they were created to do. That's what's supposed to happen to them. What am I looking for? Let me grab it. Job. He says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Job 5. Job 5, I was in Job 6. Job chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. In 7 shall no evil touch thee. The 6 going into the famine, the 7 going into Jacob's trouble. This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So book of Job, chapter 5, verse 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. And that's talking about the Lord. Shall not be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Which is the 7, that's the completion. That's what's going to wipe this place out clean. It's the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Because you got judgment. You go to Jeremiah 15 chapter. It tells you you got beasts. You know, dogs to tear. Okay? You got dogs to tear. Right? But I'm going to end it there. Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, Shalom, Abad Babal, and Kwam Yasharala.